Most realtors fail, and I get why. I almost did too. I was burning out, running across 3 different counties, chained to Zillow leads, keeping up with the fake lashes and nails, skipping meals, and chasing a lifestyle that looked successful but was killing me. If this sounds familiar, this is for you. These are the 10 things I wish I knew before becoming a realtor. In this video, I'm breaking down the biggest lessons I've learned, not from a textbook, but from living through the grind, the burnout, and the rebuild. Whether you're brand new or just frustrated with the way things are going, this is about building a real estate business that doesn't destroy you in the process. If you're new here, I'm Chris Rainwaters, renegade ritualist and your favorite real estate witch. I specialize in big life transitions, from buying and selling homes to helping people align with their true selves. And that crowing in the background, that's Chico. He's a typical man. He's got to put his own 2 cents in because he's annoying. Anyway, I've lived the burnout, fought my way back, and I know that there is a better way to do real estate, one that doesn't cost you your health, your joy, or your integrity. And if you're serious about walking your spiritual path and becoming successful in whatever you set your magic to, real estate, business, or life, then invest in your next 44 days. Walk some real magic with me and start building the foundation of a successful life, whatever that looks like for you. The link is in the description. All right, let's dive in. Here are the 10 things I wish I knew before I became a realtor. When I first started, Zillow leads felt like the golden ticket. Clients just dropping into your lap, right? But here's what it actually looked like. You're chained to your phone. Shower? Too bad. Dinner with my family? Nope, can't do it. 9 o'clock at night and you've already had a couple glasses of wine? You better answer or you're gonna get penalized. And most of the people you get, total time wasters. You're bombarded with folks who already had an agent and didn't want to waste their time, so they waste yours instead. Or people who aren't serious at all. They're just window shopping, seeing what's out there with no plan to actually buy. You pour out your energy, your gas, your evenings, your hope for nothing. Now, I will be honest, I did quite a bit of business through Zillow, and I'm grateful for that. But after Zillow's cut and then splitting what was left with my broker, I was taking home less than a third of what I had actually earned. And on top of that, Zillow isn't investing back into our communities. That money they take leaves. It doesn't stay here. That's a whole separate conversation. And if you want to dig into it, watch my video, The Truth About Big Corporations in Real Estate. I've linked that below also. Look, I had the numbers, 16 home one year, 18 the next. On paper, that looked like success, but behind the scenes, I was exhausted, underfed, and completely out of balance. With my food allergies, eating on the go was always a major challenge. So if I didn't have time, I just wouldn't eat. And on top of that, I wasn't just an agent. I'm a mom to an elementary school kid, a wife, a dog mom, a backyard chicken farmer. I was juggling life at home while running all over 3 different counties. And in Southern California, that's a pretty big area. Barely sleeping, running on caffeine, and just trying to keep up with a culture that glorified go, go, go. It looked good from the outside, but inside, I was breaking down. And here's what people don't realize. If the average closing ratio on Zillow is like 2%, and you're closing 16 to 18 homes a year, do the math. That means hundreds of people were wasting my time, my gas, and my energy just to land those deals. And here's the truth. No amount of closings will matter if you burn yourself out. Your health is your most valuable asset in this business. Protect it, because real estate can eat you alive if you let it. In some brokerages, there's this unspoken culture. The lashes, the nails, the Botox, the spray tans, the designer bags, the whole hot realtor lifestyle. And I bought into it. I thought that if I looked the part, I'd be more successful. But here's what that really felt like. Constantly spending money and energy trying to maintain an image, while inside I was exhausted, anxious, and already stretched too thin. It wasn't me. It was just another layer of pressure. Eventually, I stripped all of it away for 40 days. It's well documented if you want to watch those. No makeup, no lashes, no nails, no shaving, which I kept some of it, no hair dye, nothing. And that's when I finally learned that version of me was not real. It was a caricature, a distortion of what true femininity is. I have never felt more beautiful than I do now, standing in my own skin without all of the performance. And here's the truth. None of that external stuff sells houses. Connection does. Trust does. People don't care if you look like you stepped out of a magazine. They care if you actually see them, listen to them, and guide them. If the look is genuinely you, then own it, but don't get trapped in it. Trying to be something that you're not will always backfire. Authenticity is what attracts clients who will value you. Most realtors only sell about 6 homes a year, and there's a reason for that. The industry pushes people into systems like cold scripts, high-pressure closing lines, and non-stop dialing. And here's the thing, those tactics do work, but only if you're wired for that kind of energy. They're not for everyone. I tried to use those scripts, but I just couldn't stick to them. They felt cold and stupid and icky coming out of my mouth. Every time I forced it, my body would light up with that icky, goopy, greasy feeling in my sacral and solar plexus. Deep down, I knew that this isn't who I am. And that's the trap. The industry pushes one-size-fits-all advice, and when it doesn't work for you, you think that you failed. But the truth is, you don't have to become someone you're not to succeed. The shift comes when you stop seeing yourself as just an agent and start thinking like a CEO. You get to choose how you build your business, and the model has to fit you, not the other way around. After burning out on cold leads and scripts that felt fake, I realized the best clients I have ever had didn't come from those systems at all. They came from my community. And your community can look like anything. I'm into some weird, but I think really cool stuff. And guess what? The people in those spaces are my people. They already get me. They trust me. And when they need a realtor, I'm the one they think of. That's the magic of community. Whether it's your kid's school, your book club, your D&D group, your gym, your church, your backyard chicken collective, whatever you're genuinely a part of, that's where your clients will come from. And here's the difference. When someone comes to you through community and trust, the relationship starts on solid ground. They already value you. They already believe in you, and the whole process flows more naturally. You're not fighting for their attention. You're serving someone who actually wants you. Your community, however you define it, is the most powerful business engine you'll ever have. Pour into it. Show up authentically. Be consistent. That is where the gold is. One of the biggest mistakes new agents make is thinking they can do everything alone. The truth is, this business will chew you up if you don't have the right people in your corner. For me, the game changer wasn't just working harder. It was finding a broker who was kind, patient, and actually invested in teaching me. It was having a transaction coordinator I could count on. It was mentors who didn't just preach grind harder, but showed me how to build smart. The wrong team will drain you. The right team will make you feel like you can actually breathe. And that's not fluff. It's survival in this business. Find people you trust, people who want you to win, and people who match the way that you want to run your business. That support system will save your sanity. Books and trainings can be powerful if you actually make them your own. 2 books that really shaped me were Ninja Selling and Never Split the Difference. Both gave me incredible tools. But here's the thing with information. Honestly, there's no harm in learning scripts or even writing your own. The problem isn't in studying. The problem is when you just copy and paste, when you try to be someone else's voice. When I tried that, it felt flat. It sounded cold, like I was reading lines in a shitty play. Clients, they can feel that. The real value comes when you take what you're learning, whether from books, trainings, or scripts, and filter it through you. Adjust it to fit your voice, your style, and your values. Because at the end of the day, authenticity is the lesson. Wisdom isn't memorizing what someone else said. It's knowing yourself well enough to use what works and leave what doesn't. That's how you turn information into transformation. Look, I didn't have a choice. I was catapulted out of my old career and had to do whatever it took to survive. That meant jumping straight into real estate, whether I was ready or not. And let me tell you, it was brutal. If you can avoid doing what I did, then don't do it. Keep your day job while you build your real estate business. That doesn't make you less committed. It makes you smart. It gives you room to experiment. Figure out what works for you and build without the crushing pressure of, I have to close a deal this month or I can't pay rent. Too many new agents dive in head first and drown. If you've got the stability of another income while you ramp up, use it. Build your foundation before you cut the cord. The agents who last are the ones who play the long game. When I first started, I thought I had to be everything to everyone. Smile big, always say yes, smooth over my edges so I'd fit whatever a client wanted me to be. And honestly, it never worked. It just drained me. Over time, I learned the hard truth. You're not for everyone. And the sooner you accept that, the freer you become. Because trying to be something that you're not will always backfire. I will never forget the time another broker made fun of me on Facebook. His post blew up and suddenly a bunch of people were piling on, making fun of me too because I'm a witch. I let it get to me. I even snapped back and called him an incel, which probably wasn't my best move. And I've faced other backlash too, but here's the thing. That's okay. Either those people will meet me someday in person and realize they judged me too soon, or they won't. And honestly, I couldn't care less. Well, now, anyway, took a little bit to get over it. The clients I love working with, the ones who trust me, respect me, and make this business joyful, they show up when I'm fully myself. The rest don't. And that's exactly how it should be. You don't need to be everyone's agent. You only need to be the right agent for the right people. Authenticity is magnetic, and the moment you stop chasing approval, you start attracting alignment. The most important lesson I've learned in real estate, and honestly in life, is that you have to know yourself first. If you don't, this industry will chew you up and spit you out. Your mindset, your nervous system, your habits, they're either your foundation or your grave. You can learn every sales trick in the book, but if you're not grounded in who you are, you will always be performing instead of leading. That's why I practice ritual. And I know that word can sound intimidating, but it's not spooky. It's just structure. It's how I reset, align, and show up fully in every situation. It's how I'm building not just one, but two businesses and doing it in a way that's actually sustainable. Because here's the truth. Success isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more you. And when you know yourself deeply, you can build not just a business, but a life on that solid foundation. If this resonated, I'd love to walk you deeper into the work that makes all of this sustainable. My Ritual of Light is available in two ways: as a standalone course if you just want the bones of the ritual itself, or as a full 44-day transformation journey if you're ready to reset your nervous system, rewire your habits, and step fully into who you're meant to be. Because here's the truth. If you want success on the outside, then you have to invest in yourself on the inside first. As within, so without. When you build that foundation, everything else falls into place. And if you're not ready for the ritual yet, start with any of my free masterclasses. They're all linked below. Either way, the next step is waiting for you. You don't have to choose between success and your soul. You don't have to buy into the hustle, the toxic culture, or the fake image. There's a better way to do this work, one that's sustainable, authentic, and even joyful. The real win in real estate is building a business that doesn't cost you yourself. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear which of these 10 lessons hit home for you, or what do you wish you'd known before starting in real estate? Let's keep the conversation going, because the more we share the truth, the more we can change this industry. Let's all rise together.